a big congrats on Catch the Fair One. It's equal parts a haunting drama and also an absorbing thriller, and I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for
watching.
Thank
you, Manny. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for taking the time.
So welcome. Let's begin with you, Miss Kali. First of all, a big congrats, by the way, on your Spirit Awards nomination for Best Female Lead for the film. But take us from the very beginning. So you're a professional fighter, right? And is that how the story idea shaped? Tell us the genesis.
So back in 2017, I, well-established female world champion. I've been professional for over 13 years, but Joseph actually found me on social media through his love of starting to get to know boxing. So he also saw that I, use my boxing platform to bring awareness to various Indigenous and Native American issues in Indian country. And when he first approached me with this idea of acting in a story that he wanted to tell, I was immediately intrigued by the story he wanted to tell and the self-awareness he had that it wasn't really his story, but he wanted to have a perspective of an Indigenous woman. So, this was kind of like a 5-year in the making collaboration between the two of us. Kind of just, he had the bare bones script of an idea of this woman that lost a sibling. And, from there, we kind of took it and tweaked it, and he physically wrote it, but after getting to know me, we started incorporating a lot of things from my real life, the fact that I'm a boxer, have siblings and all that into this character, and then we just built from there.
So Joseph slid into your DM.
He slid into my DM.
So Mr. Joseph, but what was in Kali that you realized that, oh, I can create a great film, featuring her or her story?
It's just her, from initially meeting her and interviewing her, and I brought my camera with her, and I just wanted to hang out with her to get a sense of who she was, and it immediately I just knew that there was something really special there. This is a very smart, articulate, powerful person, and this presence in this face, I just felt like, we need to see this on the screen. This is a representation that we don't see, and then this is the issue we're touching on, is something that is deeply tied into the history of our country, of North America, of the whole world, and I wanted to get her perspective on it, because I knew that we could together collaborate and make something using my skills as a filmmaker and her talents. But I will say that obviously, to go on a journey like this for so long, there had to be a lot of trust. There had to be a lot of communication. So really, it was just kind of spending a lot of time getting to know each other and hanging out with each other, and just sort of fluidly building the story and working on the script and rehearsing and preparing for the course of 2 years, until we finally shot it in 2019.
You know what? Creating a film that is both drama and thriller and equal parts perfect is hard to do. How did you make sure that that's honored, Mr. Joseph?
Well, you're right. That's a fine line to sort of walk.
Sleepless nights.
I hope we, I hope we nailed it. It's a hard thing, but I mean, I guess the only really way to know is now we're just starting to, we were on the festival circuit, and now a lot of people have started to see the film and we're getting feedback. But I think it was important to both of us that the film, using the genre element to entertain, to have suspense, to have tension, and sort of really kind of take an audience on a cathartic ride. That's a tight, it's you get in early, you get out late, but most importantly, leave the audience in a place of thinking. And I think that that's what the great films that I love can do. I think that's a great tool with using narrative films and creating narrative films and making a piece of art that, isn't perfect in any way, shape, or form, but through every individual person's eyes, they take something different away from it. Whether you like it or hate it, that's why we create art. That's why we make independent films, is to have an impact on people. And it's just something that the main reason why I became a filmmaker, from just always loving to make films and sort of still finding my way now. It's only my second film, but it's just an inexplicable thing that sort of drives you as a filmmaker.
One final question, Miss Kali. Catch the Fair One arrives in theaters and on demand on the 11th. What do you hope for viewers to get after watching the film?
There's going to be a lot of conversation after you watch this film. It's one of those that kind of, like you said, you come in late, there's this, you just kind of, you can put the pieces together pretty fast. But the main thing was just to bring awareness to, number one, missing and murdered Indigenous people on a whole, that this is a real issue, not just with Indigenous women here in North America, Canada, everywhere. And our people are being taken away from us. We're the original people of this land and the last to be thought about. And we just want people to have those conversations and be aware that this is a real problem. Native American Indigenous people are not extinct. We don't live in teepees. We're real people, world champions, creators, and just have those conversations. Make it a big deal, because this is a big deal.
Oh, well said. A big congrats on Catch a Fair One again, you guys. And it's a film that will stick with you long after it's over. And also, Miss Kaylee, good luck on your Spirit Award again. And I'm rooting for you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Congrats and good luck on everything, okay?
Ciao.